in today's day and age, everyone falls to the scam of just people buying courses and everyone saying like, "Hey, I know what's gonna happen. I know the biggest thing, like the next biggest thing, and you should go invest in this and that." But what this video is about today, as you saw in the title, waiting for the right moment will keep you broke. And what I mean by that is just basically you shouldn't wait for like you can't predict the market is what I'm trying to say. I'm sure that's one of the key points I discussed in this video. If you guys haven't watched my channel yet, my videos have multiple key points that I will discuss, and I mention it in the intro of every video. So let's just go straight into it as to why you can't wait for the right moment. So point number one, like I stated earlier, no one's able to 100% predict the market. That's just how it is. That's reality, guys. You can't predict the market. You can't predict that the S&P 500 is gonna grow by like 5,000% this year. So you should like 1,000% like invest into like, oh, spend all your money on this. Like, no, they're just saying that just because they want you to do it. They're not really. I guess so. They're not really like. They can't predict the market. Is what I'm trying to say. And if you do like manage to do that, like, hey, a lot of people invested this because I told them so, you're kind of just crashing the market for that purpose. So not everyone's able to predict the market 100%. That's just how life is. I mean, that's how everything is in general. Like, you can't predict like how much the gas prices are gonna be like tomorrow, or you can't predict. Let's say you can't predict that there's gonna be a shortage of, I guess, water, stuff like that. I mean, to some extent you can't predict, but I'm saying like generally you can't predict like the exact time that will happen generally. And a lot of people try to sell these courses, and I understand like you're hungry for money and you're in a tight spot and you're trying to find the next biggest thing. You fall victim to this mindset of like, I want it now. Like, I'm kind of struggling. I need it now. Instead of having more gratitude or having more delayed gratification, and realizing that you can't always just predict the market or always just expect other people to help, which is, I guess for in an extent, it's kind of what a course is, because you buy it expecting resources that you could, I guess, research yourself. But that's point number one. Number one, sorry, no one's just able to 100% predict the market. That's just how it is in life. Again, it applies in everything in life. So point number two is just I think, at least for me, what I think is, I think the perfect moment will exist whenever you make it happen. So you have to stop waiting for the right moment and you have to make it happen. So for example, let's say like, oh, I'm getting back into working out. All these years I've been like procrastinating, like lying to myself, like, hey, I'm gonna start doing it this time, like, oh, in this many months I'm gonna be jacked or like this. And look at me, I'm still a twig. So creating that perfect moment is like just jumping into it. Like, I'm not gonna wait for like this to happen. I'm gonna go get it myself. And generally, I know earlier in this video I just kind of like, hey, you're a hypocrite, like yada yada, but you have to chase that moment, and you won't like know when the perfect moment is until it already passed. That's just how life is in general. Like, whenever you look past in your life, like everything's like so nostalgic. Like, wow, I missed that. Like, oh, I took it for granted. Stuff like that. you know. So the perfect moment will exist, but it'll happen whenever you progress. I guess progress as a human being. Like, there's no perfect moment to strike. You have to do it. If you don't do it, what are you gonna do? Just sit there. So procrastination, that's really the biggest thing about this point. Just waiting, just trying to time everything in general. Like, just go get into it. So enough yapping. That's point number two. Point number three is really just a mentality I have. Is just the longer I wait is the longer I lose. So for say the S&P 500. So earlier this year, the index fund actually went down because of some, I think we all know, economics, stuff like that, stuff going on in the world. So a lot of people are like, hey, it's a really bad time to invest. Like, I'm not gonna invest until it gets better. Like, I think for me, the whole entire point of investing is to get it when it's low, or get it whenever no one else is thinking. So whenever it rises up, and chances are it will rise up. I mean, that's just how most things are. And whenever it rises up, you're gonna be, I guess, rich, because now I'm up in my S&P 500. I actually gained more money just waiting it out instead of just withdrawing it as soon as I saw the market go down and just putting it back whenever it's normal. So that's point number three, is just realizing that the longer you wait is the longer you lose. That applies to everything in life, not just finances. That applies to, like, for my example earlier, like working out, like that applies to me. Like I could have been like this more defined body build, but I decided to just procrastinate. And yeah, I'm getting back into it, but will I stay with it? Yes, I would try to. But if this result happens over and over again, it's kind of like, who do I have to blame by myself? Because only I am responsible for this, because it's my body. No one's gonna tell me to get up in the morning, go work out. Like, no, you have to get it yourself. So that's point number three. Point number four is, I'm not sure why I wrote this, but don't plan it. So basically, as I said earlier, don't plan anything. Don't plan to put all your money at this fund, or don't plan to invest in this crypto around this time, because chances are you're not going to get it. And I understand there are chances that you will get it. Like, let's say this one stock has been rising up and up and up. Like, generally, I would say most people are safe, but whenever that crash comes, you're going to realize it. Like, it'll just, like, straight down. So you can't really plan it whenever it's going to crash. You can't really plan when it's going to rise. Of course, you could see it rising and you could think like, hey, it's going to keep rising, and you put your money into it. But that's not always the case, because maybe after a day you do it, it goes straight down and now you just lost all your money that you invested. Or maybe it never gets back higher and it just stays stagnant. It just stays staggered in one place, like it doesn't grow at all, but it doesn't lose money. So you're gonna have money just chilling there. So that's point number four. Just don't try to plan it out so much to the point where you're kind of like obsessing over it, because time in the market will be timing the market. I'll say this over and over again, guys. That's a phrase I love saying just because it's so true in this, I guess, in the finance niche. Timing in the market, or time in the market, will be timing in the market. So just keep that in your head next time you think of just like waiting for something to happen. Like, oh, I have more time than this. Like, yeah, it's going to be better, than for, say, like timing the market, I guess. Or timing, like, hey, I'm going to do this at this time. Like, no, just go ahead and do it, And my last point is just realizing that small baby steps make a big impact. So for me, let's say working out, like, I may not look like it, but I'm actually like 150 pounds, 155. So I used to be a tiny twig, guys. And I look like a twig right now. I know it's kind of crazy, but I used to be way skinnier than this. I used to be like 125, 120 back in junior year of high school, but I got tired of being so skinny, so I just started eating, started like increasing my calories. And I understand that a lot of people are like, oh, I have fast metabolism. I used to believe that too, but if you start eating like till you can't eat anymore, or even past that, like you start throwing up, chances are you're gonna gain weight. Is it a healthy way of gaining weight? I mean, of course not. Who wants to be throwing up trying to eat? But what I'm trying to say is those small steps, like those calorie increase, like even if it's just like 200 calories, like sneak a snack in, it adds up. Those small steps adds up. And now I'm 150 pounds, and I'm trying to get to 180, 170 by, I guess, before 2030, which sounds like a lot of time. But if you're trying to lean out like me, or you're trying to get buff like me, it'll take a while to naturally gain muscle, because I think they say it was like a pound per week, or no, a pound per month. That's healthy. So I'm not trying to go over that and just get a lot of fat. So enough yapping with the video, guys. Those are my key points as to why, like, you should do this, why you should do that, why you should stop waiting for the right moment, stuff like that. Because I think my perfect point, or the point I like the most, is just like creating that perfect moment. creating that perfect moment is the best point that I have in this video. I know it's not like factual or anything, but it's just something I believe in. You know, you're gonna create that memory, and you're gonna look back at it like, dang, I did that. But enough yapping. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you.